Om Shanti. Today, 19 September 2023, Baba says, Sweet children, only by making effort to have remembrance will you become karmatit. Therefore, never consider yourself to be very clever. Continue to remove the weakness from within yourself with the power of remembrance. Question. What challenge does the Father give all of you children to in order to make your stage strong? Answer is, children, while cooking, show that you stay in yoga the whole time. This is the challenge that the Father gives you children. If you cook food in remembrance of Shiv Baba, it becomes filled with power and your stage becomes very good. However, some children forget. For this, make effort to remember one another to stay in remembrance. Do double service together with serving with your actions. Also do the service of changing others from human beings into Narayan. Father is giving us challenge. Song. Have patience, O mind. Your days of happiness are about to come. Om Shanti. Who said this and to whom? The Father sits here and explains to you children, this is remembered on the path of devotion. When the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul come, He comes alone and give you patience. No other human being can give you patience. You know that your days of happiness are now to come. The Father has come to take you to a land of happiness. This is a land of sorrow. All of these songs belong to the path of devotion. The Father is personally sitting here in front of you. You children don't need to say anything. You children know that your days of happiness are now coming. We are establishing a kingdom of happiness for ourselves by following Srimad. We are following divine directions. One kind is divine direction and other kind is undivine directions. Only one kind is divine, that is called Srimad. Undivine directions mean devilish, impure directions. Divine directions mean deity-like and pure directions. You understand about Srimad and devilish direction. Those who are pure are said to be divine and those who are impure are said to be undivine. This is an impure world. There are no pure human beings there. There is only the one purified Father who gives you the pure direction. Everyone remembers Him. The golden age is called a pure world and iron age is called an impure world. Here all are undivine. There is only one divine Father. There are no divine fathers in the impure world. This is the confluence age. This age is only for you, not for the world. The world thinks that there are still so many years before confluence age to come. The Father comes to make this impure iron age into pure golden age. In fact, even Kumars and Kumaris are divine and pure, but they definitely have to become impure. They take birth through-wise, and this is why there is no one divine in this impure world. Those who are viceless are said to be divine. Viceless one exists in the viceless world. That is the viceless, completely viceless world. Since there is a completely viceless world, there would also be completely vicious world. This is a completely undivine world. The golden age is called completely divine world. The divine Father has now give you patience. It is said divine living being, soul, a soul by himself cannot be called divine. Soul reside in incorporeal world. Divine people exist in pure world. This is an impure world. It is a task of the incorporeal divine Father alone to make impure world pure. You children are being given patience. Children, the golden age is now coming. It takes time for the land of happiness to be established. It is not that the land of sorrow will be destroyed and the land of happiness established instantly. Look how much time it has taken you to. The impure world is so big. You also have to become worthy. You yourself say that you have not yet become completely worthy of going to heaven. When you become completely worthy, you will reach your karmatit stage. However, because many have body consciousness in them, they think that they have become perfect and they don't need Srimad. This is why they don't stay in remembrance. It is only by having remembrance of Father that you will become elevated. No one can say that he remembers the Father constantly. None of you should feel internally that you constantly stay in remembrance. What else would be needed if you continue in remembrance? If someone were to stay in remembrance the whole day, he would reach the karmati stage. It is very difficult to stay in remembrance of Baba for whole time. You are making effort to claim your fortune of the kingdom in the land of happiness. Each of you has to check yourself. If you have a lot of vices or weaknesses, you won't be able to claim a high status. You won't be able to run the race of constant remembrance. You must not consider yourself to be very clever and think that you are perfect. It is only in Shivalaya golden age that you become perfect. The whole of Bharat will become Shivalaya. The kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan continues. No one rules in a temple. In Shivalaya golden age, the deities rule. Later they make an image of the main Lakshmi and Narayan and build a temple in order to worship them. Only those of the first number are worshipped. Their temple is non-living. When they rule in the living form, they are the masters of the world. Although they are only in Bharat, they are the masters of the world. There is no another kingdom. We are now once again establishing our divine kingdom. In order to go to the pure world, we first of all definitely need to become pure. This takes effort. For as long as you live, you have to stay in remembrance. The reign of knowledge continues all the time. Everything is explained to you in different ways. In fact, no one except Lakshmi and Narayan called the pure or divine. The Father establishes heaven, but even then it changes into hell. The drama itself consists of happiness and sorrow. Shankaracharya comes and establishes his own religion, but even then the twigs and branches would be old. This is a praise of sannyasis, Ramatirth and Vivekananda have been remembered because they came after Shankaracharya. When new one come, they show themselves. However, this cannot be called Shivalaya. There is just the one golden age and then that is established by Shiv. People don't know about these things at all. No one would be able to understand anything by just listening to them. First of all, you have to come here for 7 days and understand the aim and object. You need to know first of all 7 days codes, basic codes. You are not asked to come and understand. You are not asked to come and understand for 7 days in any other study. This is the only school where you are given an aim and objective. First of all, you have to understand the Father. The Father say, I have come to serve you children. Those who belong to me in the previous cycle are the one who will come here again. Until you have faithful intellect, this will not enter your intellect, and this is why Baba asks, to what extent do you have faith? This is not a village spiritual gathering. In other spiritual gathering, they say such and such Mahatma is relating the Gita or so is relating the Vedas. There are no Mahatmas etc. here. The Father sits here and explains to you. What would you understand until you first had faith? In other spiritual gathering, they would think this one is relating the Vedas and teaching the knowledge to become king. Here there is no question of Vedas, scriptural or knowledge of for kings. You know that Baba is teaching you through this one. Until they understand this, what would they do? They would spoil the atmosphere even more. Here, even among you, it is not that everyone sitting here is listening while in remembrance of Baba. With the understanding that Shiv Baba is teaching you through Brahma. No, hardly anyone understand accurately that this is the Shiv Baba who is teaching us this study through Brahma. You have to remember that Shiv Baba is teaching, who is teaching you. If your intellect have the awareness throughout the day that you are the student, you can claim number one. However, it is number wise among you two. Baba says, remember me, the one who is teaching you. I alone am the father, teacher and guru. You have to remember all three together. In worldly relationships, the father is separate, teacher is separate and guru is separate. Here you only have to remember one and that is very easy. However, Maya does not allow you to remember. She repeatedly breaks your intellect yoke. You children must sit with each other together. When someone is using a machine or churning butter, he should use that machine while in remembrance of Shiv Baba. I am extracting butter for Shiv Baba Yagya in remembrance of Shiv Baba. This is a matter of great happiness. I am cooking food for the Yagya. There is a happiness. However, you then repeatedly forget and you have to make your own effort. There have to be some of you who can inspire one another to make effort for remembrance. Nevertheless, if you prepare food in remembrance of Shiv Baba, it will be filled with power and your stage will be very good. However, it does not happen like that. There is a lot of praise of Brahma Bhojan. But you souls first have to stay in remembrance of Shiv Baba while preparing it. There should be such a kitchen of Shaktis. It is only when you prepare food while in remembrance, and yet you will receive power. Even this does not enter the intellect of Shaktis because if it did, they would make effort. Baba has a desire to prepare food with his own hands in remembrance of Shiv Baba. You have to practice seeing whether your remembrance is able to stay. Baba challenges you. All of you who are in kitchen, try this. Accept the challenge given by the father. He knows that some children are unable to remember him even for an hour. If those who stay in remembrance are knowledgeable, they would engage themselves in double service. Until you change corn into flowers, you are of no use. Only those who do the service of changing ordinary human into Narayan are worthy of a kingdom. However much you have in your fortune, you continue to attain through that efforts. The Father tells everyone, how much you do, whether you do, you will receive the reward. Whatever you do, you will receive the reward of that. If you have to remember your most beloved Father, only in having remembrance is there effort. This Baba says too, I try a great deal but it's not possible. It requires lot of efforts, so we have to make efforts. By making effort, you will reach your Karmati stage by the end. You will then continue to have visions. Maya will not come. While sitting here, everyone will continue to see everything in divine vision. Now you see everything on the television. Television is not divine vision. You won't be able to have visions of destruction and paradise on television. To the extent that someone is yogi and jnani, accordingly he would see the kingdom of paradise. You will continue to see Germany and London, etc. without a television. The scene received in divine visions are more wonderful than watching something on televisions. When you remain engaged in Father's service with an honest heart, there is pleasure. Your intellect also say at the end, Baba will offer you great hospitality. To take you around on a tour and to entertain you is called hospitality. You also have to be worthy of that. By remembering the one who make everyone worthy, you continue to become worthy. To the extent that you remember Baba and continue to spin the discus of self-realization, accordingly there is a benefit. By remembering the seed, you will also remember the tree. No one except you can understand these things. We are accumulating so much with this remembrance and knowledge. There you won't know where you receive your inheritance from. There you won't understand that it is the income from the conference age. You just receive the sovereignty. You remain constant happy. The destination is very high. You are now becoming divine. The whole world is undivine. You change human being into deities. You are becoming divine. It is only one God, the Father, who changes human being into divine deities. It is very easy to say the word Father. When you see an elderly person, you will call him Baba or Pitaji, Father. When an elderly person sees another elderly person, he would consider that one to be his brother. When young ones see older ones, they consider them to be like father. No one knows about incorporeal father. They simply say God, Father. They don't understand that they are soul and He is their Father. The Father must definitely be giving you the inheritance. You know that your Father is giving you the inheritance now. You are repeatedly calling out and praying for this inheritance. He Himself is now teaching us. We have now become free from praying and performing devotion. This knowledge is very enjoyable. Baba says, you you say that I am your unlimited father, so why do you leave me and let your intellect go into your physical fathers? However, if it is not in someone's fortune, this does not sit in his intellect. They themselves say, I don't have the sovereignty of Raj Yoga in my fortune. Therefore, what can Baba do? Why are you not making your fortune? None of you are forbidden to make your fortune. If it is not in their fortune, they leave Baba. Then Maya, the cat, create confusion in their intellect. What can father do? You have to conquer Maya, the cat. If you have the remembrance of Shiv Baba while doing your work, etc., there would be great benefit. There can be great benefit by remembering Baba for even a minute. Continue to caution others, and then whether they accept it or not, it is up to them. Baba gave you many wise methods for doing service. Acha, essence for dharana. First point, make effort to remember one another of the Father. Remember all three together, the Father, Teacher and Satguru. While preparing and eating food, you definitely have to stay in remembrance. This is the challenge which is Baba is giving. We have to accept this challenge. Second point, remain engaged in doing the Father's service with an honest heart. Do the service of changing thorns into flower and human being into deities. Blessing for today is, may you be free from all bondages and by staying beyond gross feelings become an angel and fly. Detail. The land of bodies is to have gross feelings, but when you have become angels, how can you then come into a land of bodies? Angels do not set foot on the ground. Angels means those who fly. They cannot be pulled down by gravity. If they stay down below, they will be hunted by the hunters. If they continue to fly above, no one can do anything. This is why no matter how beautiful a golden cage may be, you must not become trapped even in that. Only those who are constantly free from bondages, can go into the flying stages. Slogan for today is, those who make the impossible possible and experience success are stars of success. I'm repeating, Those who make the impossible possible and experience success are stars of success. अच्छा, ओम शांति।